What's been the reaction when you tell somebody you have Tourette's?
You know, to be honest, I think it a lot of times depends on the way you tell them. Like the way that I just told you guys is how I started telling people in the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I started to just kind of slip it into conversation jokingly. And then most of the time people come back and say, no, you don't. Because, you know, the assumption and the unfortunate stereotype is that I should be cursing like crazy, or that I should be throwing things or hitting people, just to be a nerd. Corporalia, which is involuntary swearing, affects about less than 7% of people with Tourette syndrome. To be completely honest, if I had that, I would probably be saying, dang, I really don't know how to curse at people. So I don't even know how that neurologically works out. But yeah, so I when I was a kid, the way that I would tell people, when I was first diagnosed at 11 years old, I would sit my friends down and kind of go through everything off the bat.
Did it freak him out a little bit?
It terrified them.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is because when you're not educated about something, and I'm not saying that my friends are uneducated, but when you're not aware of something and then all of a sudden someone lays 4 or 5 minutes of information on you, especially if you're 12 or 13 years old, I think it's kind of terrifying. When I was younger, it was really bad. Like walking was physically just challenging for me because my legs and my arms and back and head were constantly twitching.
Yeah.
And so telling friends growing up, I mean, I looked contagious. I looked, weird.
Yeah.
You know, I think that there's one thing with being different, but when people don't accept it, I think it gets harder. So I've learned to put my confidence in Christ. And so that way, you know, if I tell someone even now that I have Tourette, I've still had people call me retarded to this day, or other words, but I've just learned, to mock what I'm doing physically, but I've just learned, you know what, like, they've been on this earth for 30 years? My creator's been here way longer. I guess I might as well listen to what he says instead of them.